I've got it. No, I've got it. So what? What's the big deal?
I think most university libraries have it.
$500, including some of you losers, and you probably pay me $500 for a book that you can't even read.
Probably.
It's funny, you know. Here, I'm gonna do it real quick here.
We're so bad.
Because it's just a bunch of pussies.
Hey man, it's Friday night.
Yeah.
This is how we're gonna deal. Okay.
Fisher is very insulted by all this. Right?
Because you're not hanging out with her, or because
no, she's right here. And she doesn't really appreciate it. You.
Well, that book is her prized possession.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't care about that. She's looking at pig photos on her phone. She really likes pigs.
The two genders.
Pigs are adorable.
No, she genuinely likes farm animals. It's just the way we are over here.
Well, you know who also likes farm animals?
Hitler.
Yeah, vegetarian.
Yeah, you know, it's so terrible being so focused on Hitler. No, but look, I'll tell you guys, like, in all seriousness, I mean, it's funny to talk about Hitler all the time, but the reason that you and I are in the cul-de-sac is because people talk about Hitler too much. Okay? It's too much.
That's true. I totally agree.
All right.
And, like, I blocked people
to mention
about this stuff for this reason. Not because I hate
or an
them,
atheist white woman,
people,
and you kind of, I think you double down. I think you said white.
Try to humiliate.
Yeah.
Because you want your kids to look like you.
Without
Yeah.
realizing
That was the reason.
we're all on the same page.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's what they always do.
Let's add a plot twist. She's Jewish.
Okay.
I forget what you guys were talking
Oh,
about
well,
earlier,
then she's
but,
not white.
Actually, it
No.
reminded me of a conversation where I had with somebody where I was like, the main rule in politics is not to be annoying. I think it's when you were talking about the anime avatars and all that stuff. And I was like, if you were to actually talk to somebody in person with that anime avatar sort of aspect, you would drive them insane. And you should avoid that. You should be thinking about how you want people in reality to perceive you. Because that's where the battles are going to be fought. Battles is even kind of dramatic, but like you want people in real life to think that you're, charming, smart, and a worthwhile engagement, and not annoying.
Well, that rules me out.
We're gonna learn to do that, though.
I actually completely disagree with you. I think it's much better to take a complete divorce. This is my alter ego here on Twitter. When I do, I'm not going to go around looking like an anime girl. I don't even know how I would do that.
Unless.
Yeah, it is an avatar of your anonymous life, so it does kind of beg the question.
What do you guys really want to do on Twitter? I mean, like, seriously.
Get
I've done the
jobs.
best. Okay, that's great.
I'm just interested in talking about controversial ideas.
You just want to get jobs. I mean, look, most of us who are doing spaces, we're just doing it because we want to interact with people who are intelligent, interesting. We learn things. So that's what happens to me. But then I get on these spaces, and then somebody comes on, they just want to talk about Adolf Hitler all day long. And I think that, like, they're basically a bunch of losers. You know?
Well, Fisher King, I want to.
By the way, I'll just say, I'm going to say something to you. Bat thinks exactly the same thing. He just doesn't tell you this because he wants you to pay for his podcast. Okay?
I believe this.
He also thinks that you're a loser when you talk about Adolf Hitler all day long. He doesn't want to talk about that. He's doing that because he thinks it makes him money. It's very simple. And anybody who talks that way is doing it because he's scamming you. So that's it. I mean, I love that, but he has, he's living he's making an income. So there you go. I don't do this. Nobody pays me anything. I make no money. I don't ask for money. I just do spaces.
The more
every
you'll
so often.
engage in sexual depravity,
That's it.
because you're dirty.
By
And
the way,
dirty water is
posted,
brown, clean water is white. That's how it works.
So, have a girlfriend? How you have a girlfriend and you still gay? Bro, how
this is crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
This is insane, bro.
But it's Preach doing it. We know these guys do shit.
That's a real book, by the way.
Wow.
I can
met
tell
this
you
dude
how to
once.
get one.
This has got to be one of the gayest things I've ever seen. This is.
I know
you
you ain't talking about what we just saw, bro.
This is your mentor. This is your guy.
Yeah,
You look
I
up to
know.
content.
Yeah.
No,
Who you
it's
watch,
terrible.
you become. Be careful. If you really want to watch two black dudes trying to be
This
funny,
one's-
go to the really
look
funny
at
ones. Go to
that.
the Hodge twins. Go to someone who's telling you the truth, not blue pill cocks.
Oh man,
It's true. That's true. You are what you eat.
this shit crazy. Why are you talking about betrayal?
The
Like,
font is a funny font to like
maybe
think
he's
about.
from North East Africa and he thought we were gonna be like butt pals or some shit, bro.
Oh, well, actually, hold on. That
It's
is a
that
big
bad
part
space,
of
right?
East African culture, is
Yeah.
not being a snake
You
after
might-
someone lets you into their home. That's another reason why I have an
Crazy,
issue
yeah.
with this, because I'm from Sudan. I think he's from either Ethiopia or Eritrea. It's Ethiopia.
So,
That part of the
Fisher, I
world,
guys,
guys,
the
would have
question
his head
for
on a
me,
fucking pipe.
would be:
Okay,
is
I don't
reading that
buy
font
these
like
comparisons of like other
not
cultures
difficult
where
in German or something?
Hmm.
Not hard at all.
That's because you're Cuban and Cuban people think you're fruity. That's because you're a
Right.
Cuban and
Exactly.
Cubans think you're fruity.
It's
So, of course you're not gonna do it because you're like the Midwest guy or girl who goes to like New York City or California and like I'm not like the other Midwesters. This like flyover state. I'm gonna go and you try to like sell out your hometown, and then people from whatever your California or New York never accept you, and you like hate where you came from. That's literally what this is. You're like a Uncle Tom Cuban.
where it's like, oh yeah, like in that culture you never do that. I don't know if there's any culture anywhere in the world where you can snake somebody, okay? I know that, especially for a lot of you brown people and a lot of people, you guys are like, oh, I've got a very special...
Gay culture, bro. That's all gay people do. To gossip, and betray. Cubans call destiny a Matacon. Yeah.
Oh, in my special African country that I come from, we don't snake each other. Like, yeah, welcome to the rest of the fucking world, okay?
No, it's
Like,
different. It's different.
Deutsch. I don't
There's
really
a
know German.
difference. There's a difference between not liking somebody and killing somebody over something.
That's not some shit that's reserved. That's every fucking culture on the planet, okay?
Right now, bro, you don't snake people.
Spanish, bro.
You don't snake people where you go into their home, they give you food, they give you, hospitality. You don't do that in that culture, guys.
Yeah, he's doing an ethnic shield, and it's pathetic because he's just an American. He literally moves like a liberal white man.
And this is their savior, of course, for content. But bro, look what he's doing, bro. An example of being a real man.
Not taking accountability, bro. That's what these guys do. They only take accountability.
Jews, yeah,
Never
exactly.
talk shit about his own country. That's fucking red pill. They hate him.
Bro, his family ostracized him, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Is he lying? No way.
His family kicked him out.
This is like a fucking movie. His family gave up on him because he's getting his ass licked.
Probably, man. Super.
Can you blame them?
Are they Muslim?
It's like this. It's
Well, not me. Not
once again, you can't violate terms of service, but like once certain things would happen with Smiley, and certain people I can't violate terms of service. I was done with them. I didn't want to completely done with them because like they did certain things that caused certain things to happen, which I didn't like, and illustrated poor character to me.
I just think that, like, as a white
And then
man,
once again, not violating terms of service.
30,
Other people said to that person, I can't violate terms of service. You're like, this is pathetic, it's stupid, you're not an AF forever. And they're still around because it's the difference is like one person takes it seriously, the other person doesn't. One type of culture takes it seriously, one doesn't. It's not like a joking matter in certain things.
Hyperborean.
It's like, yeah, you're dead to me. You're dead to me, you're dead to me. It's not like, oh, well, you're kind of dead to me, but maybe I can weasel my way back in. That sort of stuff. You know, there's differences between like snaking and taking stuff seriously. Like there's certain things that you take stuff seriously and you cross a certain line, you can inch up to that line and be like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, but you're still friendly with people. They do something and it goes over the line, and then
Wait,
past
are you
that
mad?
line
Is that
is like at a concentration camp. And like there's the line, you step over the line, you get shot by the guard in the tower. And that's like essentially like
that confirmed? Right
that's
now?
what he's talking about. He's not talking about like, yeah, well, people don't like anybody who betrays it. Yeah, obviously, but there's different reactions.
I mean,
There's different reactions. There's different scales of like, yeah, you're now
Do you have
at
any,
best dead to me, at
so
worst
one of my
an
biggest
enemy, at
regrets is
worst
never
somebody
learning
I
a
want to get rid
language
of.
when I
At
was
best, you're
younger. Do you have
completely
any
gone from my
tips
life. At
learning
worst,
a language later?
something else happens.
Or have
You
you
know,
heard any
it's
of your-
not that, you know, well, I guess we can have our disagreements and I don't trust you. Dream Zoom. That certain person was in Jimbo chat. Thank you, Gerald. I'm very interested in what chat sees. Paul, I think you stepped over the white race line. Big bongo.
reasons.
You stepped over my
like,
line today,
college or
and now I'm
going to
shooting
high
you
school.
from the Nazi guard tower.
It's easier.
Yes.
Why does
It's
Zerka
much
hate
easier.
ABBA? Okay, remember, if you didn't know, here's the history, just so you know.
If Uzi got kicked off of Cozy, would you go off on him? No, he's dead to me, bro. It's like literally like I don't want to interact with this person.
It's harder.
I don't want this person to interact with me. I don't want them stealing my chicken that I put my balls into. I don't want, you know, even if I was gonna eat it, I don't want them to just take my stuff, right?
Guys, we're probably gonna wrap the
Don't want
space
plastic
up here.
bags in the trash. Just dead to me. I don't want to interact with this
Super
person. Just complete trash.
interesting.
You know.
Fish,
Once again, I don't want to violate terms of services as next platform. I don't want to put it in a weird spot, so I'm not
you
gonna talk
said
about it.
All of Zerka's hatred
which I hadn't
for
considered.
ABBA
She did.
is because
She did.
ABBA was in my
Well, her
stream,
and
and ABBA gave a
was
take
her
about
two,
Zerka that was the same one that me and Dan have given
idols or
Zerka
whatever.
20 times before,
Everybody's
where ABBA was
favorite
saying, I don't think you have the work ethic to actually stick with
Jane
anything
Austen.
because you seem to give up, you don't have any
So,
discipline. He
but
gave the
she-
exact
I know,
same takes
she-
that me and Dan have told Zerka a million times over. I don't know if anybody has like a...
I'm eating jalapenos.
Somewhere.
You should try serrano peppers.
Zerka was
Try serrano peppers. Serrano peppers are better.
Its own tag because I
hated
think that
ABBA.
she.
I'll be 1,000%. I'm not the best Muslim, but you'll never.
I'm gonna pay you when today's earnings goes through. Please tell Sharks to stop. My knees no longer work. We're starting on your, not your knees, Jimbo. We're gonna start on your toes, the joints in between your toes. You ever have a small silver mallet
I thought what she did
tapped repeatedly against like the knuckles of your toes? You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that, Jimbo. All right, it's getting real close. You don't want to see that.
I understand certain tenements of the religion, and I understand certain things that are just completely
You
unacceptable.
ate serranos yesterday? Fun. Is he over your garden or something?
That's another big reason why I have a point of contention with this fucking guy. I don't give a fuck about Preach. He's a weirdo. We're gonna talk about him a little bit later. But Abba is the real snake, and he keeps deflecting. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but this entire video is...
Abba does have that. He does have that Muslim like convert, like the Muslim guy who's like super friendly, like weirdo. He has that Muslim beard. He has that ginger Muslim in the UK beard.
Shifting the goalposts, deflecting, not addressing the real issue at hand, trying to minimize his involvement of being a snake. That's what he's doing. This is common manipulation tactics, okay? That I would use a lot of times on suspects when I would interview them, okay? But he's using this hook, line, and sinker with all of his fans because a lot of them are too low IQ to see the deception, okay? But I'm asking this shit.
Another thing is like, Preach doesn't even have a fat, ugly wife. It was a lie.
It's a lie.
Like it was a realistic lie. Fat, ugly bitch. That's what you get. But he doesn't even have that. Like, if you watch these guys and become like them, who are you becoming?
And here's another thing, too, I want to say. The reason why we went so hard at his wife when we thought she was fat, etc., is because what do I always say on this podcast, guys? Your woman is a reflection of you. If you're dating a fucking whale, well, that tells me a lot about your standards in life. You probably don't take care of yourself. You don't hold yourself to a standard. Your woman is a representation of you. So that was a dig at
That's
him
true.
as well as her. However, what did he do?
Common Myron W.
Tried to spark fake outrage because it was never his fucking...
So your woman is a reflection of you. My girlfriend literally looks like me. That's so true. Your girlfriend is a reflection of you. My girlfriend is literally like looks
Your baby
like
dragon.
she's even my sister.
So like
That's
kind of
crazy.
like kitten or
So Myron's so
whatever.
correct.
I wanted it to have its own.
What's up, Shark
word
Corper?
No, bro. Twin snakes. Yo, they're fake, bro. So freaking fake. The whole thing
in
was
the
a lie.
language.
You know
So
why they can cope with a fat, ugly wife? It's 'cause
and
they
she
don't
has
see her-
that name
they're literally
because
arching their back and she's fucking fingering her asshole.
she was born with a full mouth of like tiny pointy teeth.
These are the alpha male leaders, the red pill guys who are supposed to guide young men.
So come see us in person, bitch! Come see us in person!
She looks like a ferret? No, she looks like a 10. That's what I meant.
Ever say that word?
Your girlfriend is balding? No. Yours is your sister, says Jimbo. Jimbo, that's not true. Bryn is not your sister. You guys don't even look related. Alright? You guys are not related.
The pack, we never say like we're the ones that are leading the charge. We just say, hey, you know what? Here's some advice. If it applies to you, follow it.
Yeah.
And once again, what do they say? Oh, I have integrity. I'm on my high horse. Listen to what I gotta say. Bro, you're lying, and then you're all four taking it. Bro, who's the leader here? You or us?
The only time they're honest was about getting finger popped in the asshole.
On all fours.
Imagine, and that's not honest. He's holding with information because they're pegging the shit out this guy.
Yo, I hate to say this. Nico, Snicko. Wait, where's the Snicko?
Facts. This is actually pretty bad. Let's keep going.
And then you look at them and look how bitch made and how angry and emotional they sound.
Oh, no. Oh, well, hold on. Again, guys, let's go through it. He went ahead and said that I try to get girls to come on the show only if they have sex with me. He called me a rapist, said I have no integrity, said that we're fresh and fraud, talking shit for years, 20 plus videos. I mean, at this, I think anyone in my shoes would react the same way. Again, what is he doing? He's trying to minimize...
Yems Pants. Listen, Yems. Day time out for insulting me and insulting my girlfriend. Day time out. Day time out.
For the psychology, because Abba thinks he's smart, but he's not.
I don't think everyone would react the same way. I would crack him in the face.
Yeah, he's like other people.
Your family, your mom and dad sees people call you a rapist.
Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna get cracked in the face.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
passion. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, they do
neurotic.
literally
This
call
vein
themselves the
pulsing out,
largest male
this anger that I feel
self-improvement.
for somebody that I met one time and I feel betrayed.
Minimizing
by.
again.
Passion pumping in my veins, bro. You sound fucking crazy.
Bye, fool. So true on Trust Us.
We got almost 17,000.
17,000. 17,000.
Okay, Yams Pants confirmed Matt Ball. Yeah, I think so. I think after he comes back, he's gonna be banned permanently. I think that's probably the case. Probably the case. What did you think of Myron Chappelle? I thought it was funny. I didn't watch it. I was at the Club of Utah, Buffalo Wild Wings, so I didn't see that. We were watching the Leafy stream where he was just talking about Destiny, and we were watching Leafy watch the Destiny video. But yeah, I think that's the case. I think that is the case. Playboy Cardi, you have permission to ban on site. That man, mentally ill, retarded. And he's headed in a bad direction. Headed in a pretty bad direction once college gives up and he has to get a job.
If he came to your house once and snaked you, one in the chat. If you people, they're trying to make it like only Myron would get mad.
Yeah.
Anyone on earth would get mad at
You're
that.
fed up with black people, Big Bongo?
You're on a boat. So it says to you, oh, look, a rapist. You're like, where'd that come from? Because someone lied about you on the internet. That's slander, bro.
And it's like increasing all the stress and trauma. Imagine my mom saw it. Like, if he called me a rapist, my mom's first thought would be like, she's got millions of
Big
followers.
Bongo he hates what he sees in
What is
himself.
happening with my son? If
A
these
black
lies destroy
man.
the world, bro. These lies age people's mothers.
Your Big Bongo is black people, so
Oh,
true.
the fact that he didn't get cracked in the face, you ugly motherfucker.
And you know the worst part? We already have women trying to destroy us as creators and as men. For him to add to the pool, he's no better than them.
Now you have 2 more gay black lesbians out there.
And here's one more thing I also want to say. Y'all can see that we've had some lovely ladies behind me the entire show. Those girls are the ones that get the girls from me. I don't even talk to the women, guys. I have an entire team, okay, of people that Chris manages that gets us girls for the show. So I don't even fucking recruit girls like that, guys. But these dudes are trying to insinuate that I'm over here DMing girls like, you gotta fuck me to come on the show. I don't even deal with them 99% of the time.
Myron, you know
Again, they're lying.
You know what pisses me off the most is even CNN fake news. They have a bit of shame where they'll throw some truth there. These guys have no shame. It's all fabricated fairy tales and they just 20 fucking 8 pieces of lies. These guys have no shame. I'll say these guys are probably worse than Hassan Piker.
we got something for him too, but let me get through this, guys, because we got a surprise for y'all here in a second.
So much energy for somebody you met one time. And it's not like we met for dinner. It's not like we had lunch. It's not like we hung out before or after. You didn't have a
I'm Irish, literally more Aryan than Inuit Paul Town.
Okay?
You're just Jewish, Big Bongo. You're not even Irish, you're Jewish.
Bro, if I knew every podcaster was going to act this entitled and this attached after one simple appearance,
entitled to human decency, where you go to someone's
What's even going on here? Like 5 screens and 2 videos playing and a guy playing a video game? Yeah, I have no idea. I just know Zoomers like it, so we're just playing it.
What's even going on here? Like
a club in Utah, Keck W.
playing and a guy playing a video game? Yeah, I have no idea.
No, I meant to say I meant to see Buffalo Wild Wings is like the Utah equivalent of a club in terms of the excitement of people going into it. It's like picture a nightclub and like the anticipation people have and like the excitement and trying to go into the nightclub and trying to get in. That's what the Buffalo Wild Wings in Utah is like. That's what Utah's like. They are excited about Buffalo Wild Wings.
Сейчас быстро отхуяримо, блядь, и по сигаретке ебать додому. Все. Давай.
Ближе, подожди.
Да! Ближче не надо. Дистанція 7-8 метрів. Це розтяжки сриваються, пацани. Сектора! Просувайся! Да, замок. На, держи.
Бой готовий, прийом.
Єбашить буду! Є! Давай наперед. Що, брат? Охуєнно. Давай быстріше під'їжджай! Крийте М-ку!
Санто, закидуй бой.
Бля, надо двигаться! Двигайся!
Давай вперед!
Двигайся! Давай, поки нас пулемет не спалив!
Вперед, вперед, вперед! Славе! Швидше, швидше, швидше!
Окопи, диви, там окопи!
Фьюрі готовий, прийом.
Левий фланг! Левий фланг! Починайте заходити в цю посадку! Да!
Пошли, пошли. Дивимося під ноги.
Під ноги! По одному в лінію! Давай по правому флангу! Газ! Газ! Переміщайся наліво і тянись по правому флангу посадки краю. По правому флангу, да. Давайте, давайте. Отут! Отут! Отут піздуй. Давай! Давай, давай, просуваємося! Просуваємося! Стоп! Стоп! Просуваємося! 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 Пошел!
Дыхание каскад, дыхание каскад. Рождество, прием. Эльвир Рождество. Вас готовность, номер 1, я крайне.
Петух, блядь, есть возможность сдаться, блядь! Выходь нахуй! Кидаю гранату!
Ну.
Двое за... Крайний зачистки! Пошли! Газ, блядь, пошли нахуй! Всех убить нахуй!
Эхо! Эхо! О! Граната!
Одійди.
Куда мепка?
Отойди.
Одні окопи зачистили, йдемо в другі. Сука, прикривайте мене нахуй! А! Драт! Блядь, просуваемся! Газ! Заходь в окопы! Не убивать!
Це камера, дітака, там далі може бути бліндаж.
Крийте! Крий, блядь! Сейчас. Пожить! Стоп!
Стоп, Кат! Кат, підожди!
Ты шо, блядь?
Давай! Це вони цим наводили.
Гад, заходь в окоп!
Гранати, дивіться, акуратно.
Стоп, прикрийте!
Давай. Просто так сильно не хуярте, щоб накапало.
Забирай, що там є! Леп зачищено! Де інженера? Крайній, блядь, вемку грузіть, нахуй!
Грузіть, крайні, я крию!
Давай сюди, до мене!
Да, це крию, давай!
Давай мені давай!
О! Моє! Граната! Да, блядь!
Давайся, пидор! Давайся, живой останешься!
Сдавайся! Сдавайся! Мужик, сдавайся, ніхто не троне! Сдавайся, иначе я хуярю гранату!
Єба, гранату дати!
Братан, сдав... Ну, бля...
Выбрался автомат!
Сдавайся! Вище вправо, крюк такий. Він нам. Дими туди киньте. Дай дим. Дай дим. А?
Давай, давай.
Патрона! Здавайся!
Сдавайся, блядь!
Гранату! Да. Гранату!
На.
Та ні.
Граната.
Дерночку. Дерночку. Переходь туди, крий. Переходь туди, крий. Чекай. Крий, крий, крий. Все, жмур. Точно жмур. Він уже у Чидіві здох. Туда їбаш! Крей, крей, блядь!
Крий, братан.
Мовся до інженера!
Братан, і підара їдуть, і підара в дорозі.
А чого вони сразу не вирушили за нами?
Того, що ви знаєте, мало...
Окоп перед машиной!
Бегом! Давай, быстрее, быстрее!
Давай. Давайте, рассосались, дистанция! Я пошел. Еще двое. Еще двое. Нихуя! Хо-хо! Двигаемся!
Пацаны, удачи.
Спасибо. Переходим дорогу по чуть-чуть. Ебануться. Да. Идем, 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 идем. Рассосались.
Они должны поменять двух человек на D4 и D5, остальным пойти по линии Q и соединиться с двойкой правой рамки.
Что там, Владос? Давай. Давай. Ух, нихуя! Давай, давай!
Yo, Mike, what the fuck are you doing?
Альфа, 20 метров чисто. Рыба малому.
Альфа на зв'язку для Мойши.
На 12 перед вами. Через 60 метров справа есть нора. Там сидит пидор. 60 метров.
На зв'язку для малого.
Знай, прямо перед вами через метров 20 пидорская яма. Справа. По вашему вектору направления. Кинь туда гранату. Дистанция 20 метров. Повторяю, дистанция 20 метров.
Сейчас закинуть или когда будем продвигаться уже?
Сейчас кидайте, у меня есть возможность вас корректировать. Найк, перелет 5 метров. Перелет 5 метров.
Вот это значит справа он.
Найк, перелет
Плюс.
5 метров.
Плюс. Прям в яму.
Жан, прикрывай горы. Жан, прикрывай горы.
Малой, нам гранату с левого фланга закинули.
Найк, займите позицию, ждите команду.
Кричит.
Горынь, через 5 метров справа от вас яма.
Кидай еще одну туда.
Граната! Альфа, занять позицию, ждать команду.
Не зря в детстве баскетболом занимался.
Кто? Черный?
Смотрите, остановись справа 2. Ваша конечная точка это нора. Примерно здесь останавливайтесь в маршруте. Имейте в виду, что этот пидор в метрах 40 от вас так там и сидит. Поэтому можете в него пострелять, можете навалить зэпнуть и бросить, если забросите. Можете зайти. Это будет выглядеть так. Если находится перекресток, там, созданный перекресток. Пидор будет справа сразу метра 2 от поворота. Можете просто навалить, тут навалить. Имейте в виду, что на перекрестке, 4, дороги, и все надо крыть.
Передвигайся! Передвигайся! Вон, вижу пидора. Пацаны, второй поворот налево там был.
Пидор идет по окну. Будьте аккуратны, займите укрытие, ждите его.
Вижу! Вижу их нахуй. Да.
Доведи их до точки Д5. Там стрелковый бой не встречает.
Это Добрыня, только что видели пидора. Он встал, побежал назад в левую сторону. Я открывал ему в огонь спиняку, не знаю, сдох он чи нет, как принял. Можешь посмотреть?
Я не могу, но я жду замену дрона. Когда смогу, скажу, принял. Я не дрон, непонятно.
Раптор, сюда иди, становись сюда и кровь пидора, который сейчас будет вставать. Он стоит полный рост почти. Работай по нему по башке, блядь. Я назад оттягиваюсь и хуярю гэпалкой туда. Давай быстрее, садись сюда. Давайте. Быстрее. Давай, давай. Встань сюда и крой, смотри, что пидор не шел.
Его можно не получить, что он у вас видимости. Два пидора шлепаются, ранены.
Где, сверху? Да. Пидора какой-то сверху.
Прямо от тебя, спрячь силуэт.
Пидор сверху бегает.
Я вижу, пустой.
Я тоже. Пидоры вылазят наверх на брустер. Пидор, контакт, вижу.
В первую очередь взять и в район прыжка, район первого батута, как принял. Плюс принял. Прыжок делайте по команде, прыжок делайте по команде.
Крою.
Плюс принял.
3 пидора перед нами, малой. 3 пидора метров 25.
Кинь гранат, кинь гранат.
Граната!
Займи укрытие, закончится стрельба, делаешь прыжок.
Малой, на эко на звездок.
Малой на связи.
Есть возможность чего-то въебать по пидорам там перед нами, которые...
Альфа укрытие.
Укрытие. Малой, перелет 20 метров.
Конкретнее.
Вперед перед нами пидоры, за их спиной уебало метров 30. Крой.
Рысь 20 метров вперед. Рысь 20 метров вперед.
Ну мы долго. Как тебе фронт? Шикарно. Нам надо возвращаться, Гиз, блядь.
Давайте,
да? И что делаем? Рассказывай. Так же, как заходили, да? И что нам делать там? Возвращаться обратно, блядь, идти нахуй по маршруту первого взвода. Помогать им.
Все, давайте. Хорошо, кто выходит? Я?
Вот, точно. Первый там.
Давай, Дан.
Альгиз и я.
Кто еще?
Последний бой. Вот они идут.
А где Раптор? А где Раптор?
Я!
Раптор, выдвигаемся.
Туда,
обратно. Оттуда как пришли.
Сейчас. Выдвигайтесь, говорю, блин.
Давай.
И на первый взвод пошли.
Стой, тебе воги надо?
Давай, иди, мы вместе идем.
Он идет с нами, Кипиш идет с нами, я иду. Давай, передвигаемся просто.
Да?
Да.
Все. По маршруту первого взвода.
Давай, братан.
Болото.
Так. Раптор, жив? Ползи! Или беги! Так, сейчас. Беги, сука! Беги, блядь! Нормально. Контузило? Раптор, давай одупляйся. Контузило? Не так же ебал, как у тебя. Давай.
Стой, где я? Ой.
Давай, братан, одупляемся. Man, we have orders. Our guys take down too. We have orders to go and storm. So, man, we can call where your guys?
Радио не работает или тут не коннекция.
Okay, guy. We say our commanders, so you have problems, and they try to speak or contact with your guys. Don't worry, our guys on front line now. No, you know. So you're not alone here. So I don't know how to help because we need to go.
Great.
Конрад, можешь ли ты связаться с Вероной и сказать ей, чтобы они связались с американцами, потому что им нужна помощь в эвакуации? Как принял?
Принял. Верона, браво.
На связи.
Американцам нужна помощь в эвакуации.
Сейчас приедет наша коробка и их заберет.
Плюс принял. Скелет, ебать. Знаешь, одни ребра остались. О, аспиринчик. Ты? А куда ты идешь?
Мы с тобой, да? Мы с тобой. Там есть укрытие?
Давай, получше, чем тут открытая позиция, Кипиш. Давай, братан. Братан, О!
Привет.
Братан, куда первый зов пошел?
Я не знаю, я поранені. Ми за пораненими прийшли.
Там американцы раненые, их не достать нормально.
Там двоє тяжелых, один легкий. Ой, ви їх не притягнули сюди?
Да ты что, гонишь?
Ми бинтовали їх.
Коловрат, нужна связь. Там где-то наш 300-й. Его нужно найти. Если связи с осликами нет, отправь одного, пусть он его в районе точки осликов найдет и отведет к точке эвака.
Принял. Аспирин Коловрату.
На диску.
Там в зоне 3, зоне выгрузки наш 300-й. Отправь Минотавра найти его машина ждет.
Коловрат, тут пиздец сейчас нахуй, мы потихоньку только сможем идти очень медленно.
Плюс, двигайтесь потихоньку.
Плюс.
Понемногу, да. Да, не сидим, идем. Потихоньку.
Миро направо.
Давай, Раптор.
Що? Давай туда. Я за тобой.
Надо контролить, вот они уже в этой посадке.
Давай чуть-чуть.
О, братан,
Давай,
первый
Даш.
взвод.
Правда, потихоньку. Давай. Вперед. Там есть траншея большая? Есть.
А, сука. Ногу подвернул, блядь. Нормально упал.
Сука, ты мне всем весом, блядь, на ногу. Ну что ж ты так? Сейчас, пацаны. Ай, блядь.
Фу, ебать, тоже ногой приземлился. Давай, не теряем контакт с ними, погнали. Тут проходили ребята с синими повязками?
Да, їх вже стільки проходило, що капець.
Проходило много, да?
Да.
Пару часов назад.
Да.
Все, плюс.
Группа зашла, третий штурмовой.
Ну, наши. Все. Туда они пошли, да? Все. Ой, блядь, сука. Нагружены, что пиздец.
А ті двоє ушли, мали забирати 400-го.
Да, они туда и пошли. Быстрее! Где пидоры?
Да, я тут взвод справа.
Плюс.
Быстро эвакуировать. Да. Да, плюс, хорошо.
Прямо пройдите, там завалило блиндаж, они его не перетащат.
Да, мы идем. Карта.
Не простреливайся.
Конкретнее.
Why is the Taliban attacking Iran? Okay, on May 27th. Why is the Taliban attacking Iran? Okay, on May 27th.
Taliban forces attacked a border station in Malak, Iran. Now it looks like the Taliban is moving howitzers to the border.
The video shows
an American Humvee with a crew-served weapon and 7 trucks carrying D-30 122mm howitzers.
These howitzers were probably refurbished donations
sent in the early 2010s from Ukraine and Bosnia, and refurbished by the United States for the Afghan National Army.
What's interesting is that
this is a towed howitzer, and for some reason the Afghans put them in trucks.
I can't figure out why they did that, but here's why they're bringing artillery to a border dispute.
It's not over land, it's over water, specifically the Helmand River. This river cuts through a good portion of Afghanistan and then goes into Iran. The river also has several dams, some of which provide power. Iran needs that water right now.
And they claim the Taliban cut it off intentionally. The Taliban claims there's a drought, it's not their fault, and they're willing to fight over who gets to use the river. Why is the Taliban attacking Iran? Okay, on May 27th.
Taliban forces attacked a border station in
What do we make of what happened with Elon Musk, Twitter, and Daily Wire? So here is.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
No.
So we take turns.
No, Nick, no. Not you.
No.
Kidding.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Oh, I lost my YouTube already platforming you, man. Like, let me keep the rumble for 5 seconds. Rumble.
He did it. He started it. He did it.
If I don't unleash my full politics, how do these Abba Preach guys not?
I heard that some of y'all were raising the salute, so I decided to come back.
This really is the red pill community. We're done. Dad's gone.
At least you guys are honest about it.
End on that note.
All right. That was great.
There seems to have been a lot about your charity work. I wonder what's behind that.
I've been doing charity work for over 5 years. I spend $25 million a year feeding children, male children and female children, in Turkey and Syria and Iran and Iraq. And I'm still the worst man in the world because 4 years ago I made a sarcastic comment.
Because some people would look at that and say, okay, so before you got money by making controversial comments, but that might have got you into trouble. And so now you're looking for a new market.
I've always done the charity work, so that is obviously incorrect. And I have proof that I've always done the charity work, so you're wrong, firstly. I believe that if you have a lot of wealth, you should help people, and I'm helping people. You could not find another celebrity in the UK or anywhere else who's spending £25 million a year feeding children in war-torn countries.
Many Americans that were simply standing on the Capitol grounds, maybe never even walked through the Capitol or committed any crimes, but they could have just walked further than where the barrier was simply because the barrier was torn down by the time they got there. Most of these people have never even or had never even been to Washington, D.C. until that day on
Chat, special guest. Okay.
Shit is wait. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing?
Don't call me a
One thing for y'all, okay?
No.
Letting y'all know what time it is.
What?
All right?
Abba and Preach are a bunch of fags, and I'm here to make fun of the blacks.
Preachers over now. I'm gonna end you motherfuckers. Now they're trying to take the high road. Oh, bro, you made racist jokes. Yeah. Aren't you bitch ass niggas comedians? Aren't you guys supposed to be funny?
Yeah,
Hey, Abba. Hey, Abba. They were talking a bunch of shit about us. What do I do? He called me a window licker. It's okay, Preach. We got more integrity than them. I got my editor on it right now. Just clipping it up. We're gonna call them racist. Is it Peach? Is it?
And so he's saying Preach is uninvolved.
Good. We are better than you niggas, you fucking faggots! Hey, you never know when you gotta shoot a fucking monkey like Peach.
What the fuck?
Welcome to Rumble, faggots! Welcome to Rumble!
And so he's saying Preach is
Couldn't help but notice you admiring my blade art from afar. Truthfully, I wish you'd caught me on any other day. My Iaijutsu is particularly rusty. Say, what's a lady like you doing around these parts anyway? There's a lot of creeps around here, you know. Consider me to be your chaperone of sorts. I won't take no for an answer.
I'm gonna give it to him. Tell your men they work for me now. And I'm gonna give it to him. Tell your men they work for me now. And I'm gonna give it to him. Tell your men they work for me.
And you kind of, I think you doubled down. I think you said white.
Yeah.
Because you want your kids to look like you.
Yeah.
That was the reason?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's what they always do.
No, let's add a plot twist. She's Jewish and white.
Oh, well, then she's not white.
No. By faith, not by mother, just by faith.
But Jewish isn't white.
Wait a minute. When Keemstar tweeted that he might convert to Judaism, how would that work?
I mean, people say that, but real religious Jews do not accept that. They don't embrace that. Even so-called converts are ostracized.
Do you remember that? Because I stole that joke from you. You tweeted, enjoy your...
Jared Taylor said otherwise, you guys. Fuck off.
Susan Wojcicki.
They're cursed, dude. They're cursed. You can't... Jewish women in particular, because the women in particular, the Jewish women have this weird energy. I mean, she's not white. She's not white. She's not white.
Jetzt neu. die extra luftig von Gustavo Gusto.
Confusion. I was like, well, why? I gave Hollywood Scholar mine, so why the fuck would he steal it? So I thought it was Hailstorm.
Full team on purple.
Okay, let's go.
Pretty decent.
Hey. Nigga, somebody need to give me a tip. Oh, what are you playing? Whoa, shit.
Oh, you give me that sniper.
God damn it. I fucked up. Oh, you want to fuck with me? Because my friends are about to come kill your dumb bitch ass. Yeah, fucking kill this bitch.
Why will it not take damage to the
fucking whore
window?
All right, let me catch up on all these super chats from Warren Smith. All right, $10 Warren Smith, MCU fan or MCU, $10 fan, $10 we, $10 love, $10 insert anything and everything, $10 smiley face. Oh my god. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I love you guys. Thank you guys, appreciate it. I'm going right back. I had good weapons. That was me.
Oh.
That was me.
Oh.
Alright, I'm raising the flag.
Alright.
Did you have the ODM or did you have the Spider-Man?
I had ODM.
Oh, I'm taking the Spider-Man. I think the new season of this starts next week.
Do we know what kind of updates we're getting?
I've heard there's going to be dinosaurs you can ride.
Really? Are you kidding me?
They can ride raptors instead of like the boars.
The fuck?
And it's going to be like jungle themed. And there's like Transformers is like the like Optimus Prime is the battle pass.
Really? Yeah, I saw Optimus. So yeah, I did see that. Hang on.
But as far as weapons, I can only imagine it's gonna be bad. I think it's probably gonna be all that primal stuff, like the primal weapons that they had before, which weren't very good. But they have them in like the other modes where you can see all the old weapons. And they're probably gonna have bows instead of snipers, which, again. Wait, why do I have two of these?
Okay.
And Modern Warfare's new season starts in like 11 days too.
Do we have new maps announced for that?
I've not seen any announcements for it or anything like that.
Man, the mechanics of Modern Warfare are just fucking good, man. They really are. Especially when I went back and played Black Ops Cold War, which I very much loved. Black Ops Cold War. The mechanics on Modern Warfare 2 are just significantly better. It's not even close.
I'm just addicted to DMZ. It's just, to me, it's like it brings back like old school Destiny raids to me. Like some of the things you can do in it, because there's like underground like raids in that.
Improving their service.
But they're reworking the whole DMZ next season. I did read that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll play. I gotta play a little DMZ. I think we can entertain the audience.
It's like this where every single match is like a different outcome, but it lasts longer than running in like Warzone, where you get popped and it's over with. You can have some crazy things happen.
We got Westward's File says, why doesn't Jay Hailstorm have his beard on? Disgrace. Let's see. Flag Ninja says, I'm going to CMU. Alec Baldwin's finger at MCU fan said, we are the Sora the CMU. Oh my God, the CMU, like, what is that? What? I don't understand what he meant. Like, Floki the Mad says, MCU fan is the COOM fan, especially Bukaki's. What the hell is happening in my chat? There's so many inside jokes that I don't understand.
I think they're just trying to bypass YouTube by misspelling CUM.
No. Something that well, I don't know. CMU. So what is that called? Cobra? What does that stand for? Oh, so it's a typo?
Yeah. See.
Okay.
What words can you?
Yeah, like MCU probably was saying something about coming and spelled it wrong, and the chat jumped on it.
Well, we could call it so okay. So let's say CMU stands for Cobra. What can we call it? We can work this. We can turn this into a 199, guys. What does it stand for? Cobra MU. Come on, what we got?
Oh, shots.
All right.
I keep pinging the wrong ping button. Every game has a different ping button.
Yeah, I know it.
This, like Halo, like COD, it's always a different ping button. When you get used to one, you start pressing the wrong button.
Jesus. Holy shit. Holy crap, that dude was an idiot. Holy shit.
I don't know what
There's
was
one
going
above
on
you.
there.
Or, there he is.
No.
Oh, another one.
I'm trying to get
In the
back over
bush.
there.
In the bush.
Oh,
just one shot. He's gone.
Okay.
Team wipe.
Perfect. And we got the island. Let's go. There's already people up here.
Oh, are we rushing?
Oh,
I guess
shit.
we're rushing.
Oh, shit.
Nope. Fall back. Yep, fall back.
I'm gonna
Go
hurt.
over that way.
I fell. I didn't have fall damage. Fuck! I got great weapons too. Run, just run. They're good. They're good.
Yeah, they got me.
Alright.
Cobra MAGA University. That's pretty badass right there. That's pretty badass.
31.
All right, I'm gonna try to get his card if I can.
Yeah, do that. and
I
then-
can't. They're coming after me. They're coming after me.
It's fine. I'd rather you be card and not crawling.
Actually, I'm at least going to be close to his card, so they're going to be very close. I might can make it. Oh,
Can you get near a rift?
Yes, I'm near a rift too. There's a rift
Nice.
right
Okay.
by both where the
Alright,
cards
I'm
are.
gonna swing in, grab it, and go through a rift.
I got his card, and I'm right near a rift.
Alright. I'm not as good with these gloves.
Oh, they're awful.
All it's gonna take is one shot.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You can get my card.
No, I mean like all they gotta do is hit me once, and I'm. Oh
Oh, I like Cobra Memers United. Holy shit, that one's good, Warren. Cobra Memers United is really good. And it doesn't tie us to a direct political party, as much as everybody knows I'm a MAGA guy. Cobra Memers United. Holy fuck, that's great. R.I.P. the MCU, long live the CMU.
Alright, it's still 1 DPS. We're gonna boot in the storm.
Oh, Warnsmith, that wasn't originally me. Okay, well, the chat collectively comes up with stuff, so you're the one I saw it though. I like Cobra Memers United.
That's pretty good.
I like that. All right, thank you, Hailstorm.
Fly out of the storm.
No sense whatsoever. Please expand on that.
Once again, another stream, another meme is born.
Yeah.
Shit, we're pretty deep into the storm.
Yeah. It's only 1 DPS for another 20 seconds.
How do you tell that, by the way? I don't even know.
It's 6 storm phases now. That is 1 DPS, so you can literally like. I never reboot not in storm because people aren't going to be in a storm.
Yeah.
And if it's 1 DPS, it's like it's really nothing as long as you have mobility to get out.
Yeah.
We're back, dude.
Yeah. CMU emojis will be a thing tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll make that happen. That's a done deal. Consider it done.
Don't worry. We're gonna go. Hey man, we can get into that, but go ahead, Bud. Yeah, just get your points out.
So first eye up, Earth is flat, SpaceX done X. Next eye up, Tesla. Yo, Tesla is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Right? You're gonna charge your car with power that you got from diesel. Like I seen a video. These people, their car broke down. Freaking. Now they're charging with gasoline. They use a generator, put gas in the generator, and they're charging their Tesla with power from the generator that they got from gas.
Driving with extra steps.
Yeah, it makes no freaking sense. And then you got Neuralink, which is transhumanism, right? Satanism at its finest, which he's trying to push on everybody. And then you got Babylonian, which he wants to make everyone come together. He got Twitter. Right, he wants to turn it into the everything app, which basically wants to have financing there, like WeChat in China, but in America. So that's what he's trying to do with Twitter, right? Get everybody on Twitter, have everything on one app, control the masses, control their thoughts, and censor it all. Because in the beginning, the internet was created as freedom of speech, so we can get as many people on there as possible. But their later plan was to censor everything and control, right? So we got all those psyops, and I'll move on to my next point. But I was hearing you guys talk about like what was it? Aliens. So aliens. My theory is that because I believe in God, I believe in the Bible. My theory is that this guy said he used to work in NASA. On his last breath, he said that the greatest psyop would be the alien invasion, right? And so my belief is that there will be a, what is it called? The rapture. There will be a rapture where everyone will disappear, and they will cover this up by saying aliens took them, right?
Mad Youth, I gotta interject real quick. I completely agree with this, and I want to recommend a book to you. Okay, it's called Alien Encounters by Chuck Missler. This guy is a biblical scholar. He does, in this book, a broad overview of the entire extraterrestrial phenomenon from ancient times with, like, the Anunnaki, the Sumerian myths of the Anunnaki, which were the fallen angels, all the way up to the modern day with alien abductions and people channeling like in medium seances and stuff, people channeling the Pleiadians and Ra and all this kind of stuff. I want to recommend you this book, bro, because it's going to bolster your theory even further, and it's going to give you proof that what you're talking about right now is legit, dude. Because when aliens talk to human, like quote unquote aliens, they're actually demons. When they talk to humans about like everything that's coming in the future and stuff, they literally tell humanity when they abduct people and when people communicate with these beings telepathically, they tell humanity, hey, you need to form a one world government in order to take care of your environmental issues. And by the way, your planet is going to ascend to a higher planetary consciousness, but a lot of people aren't going to be ready for that. And when this time comes where humanity is ascending to the next level, they say, you know, a lot of people are going to be stuck in the old traditional religious ways. They're not going to be ready to raise their vibration. And at that point in time, they're going to be taken to another planet so that they can continue to evolve their consciousness there. And they literally describe the rapture. But they say that it's going to be people who aren't ready for the upgrade in planetary consciousness. I want to add that for you and everybody that's listening. Check out that book. It's called Alien Encounters by Chuck Missler, because you're right on the money with this.
Would you maybe mind posting that to the Jumbotron?
Yeah, I will actually.
Because I do remember.
Stuff when I first got into the occult, before I went way deep into it, there was that exact theme. There was that exact, like, Earth is going through a transition, blah blah blah, we're going to the 5D realm, you know, like all this gay cringe shit. It's like, actually, it does, I'm not gonna lie, that does sound very rapture-esque. I'll
I'm
give
sorry,
you that.
I don't want to jump in. I just want to say that I think at the end of their point, the one world government, the point is to eventually bring. I don't believe the aliens are demons. I do believe that they are another intelligent species, but I believe that they are going to use them to a point. Okay, there's. I understand that you may think they're demons. I don't think they're. I think they're actually. I think that God created the entire universe. Right? He created other beings in this universe. I don't think that we're the only intelligent.
Here's the thing, Dutchman. Here's the thing.
We don't need to get lost in the weeds. It's fine. We don't need to. It's okay. It's okay. Just let him
I
finish.
agree with you, Dutchman. Demons are also intelligent beings created by God in this universe. That is true.
All right, that's a good point. That's a good point. I understand.
Come on, let's find common ground here. Go ahead.
I'm not sure. Well, what I'm saying is that the Jews, or the J question.
We're so back, dude.
The one world government is a point to try and elevate us, but it's.
Here's Dutchman. Let me tell you how I see it going
gay.
down, bro.
The one world government is gay. Go ahead.
Here's how it's going to go down. This is what I believe will happen. Okay. And I'm going to preface this by saying, in December of 2020, there was a former director of Israel's space program. This guy had worked in Israel's space program for like 30 years. This guy came out and said that both the Israeli government and the United States government are in contact with a galactic federation of extraterrestrials right now. Okay, and if you look into the UFO community, you look into all of the UFO truthers, all the people that study the extraterrestrial stuff, they talk about this galactic federation of extraterrestrials. And what this galactic federation of ETs basically is it's a quote-unquote benevolent group of ETs that basically watch over different species on different planets throughout the universe and make sure that they don't destroy themselves, or that they get, make sure they don't get preyed on by like negative extraterrestrials and stuff like the Draco, so on and so forth. And basically what this guy came out and said is Trump is in communication with them. When he was president, he said that he was in communication with them. He said that Benjamin Netanyahu is in communication with them. And it sounds funny, but here's how I see it going down.
I'm just imagining Trump talking to aliens.
I know we're gonna make a deal. It's gonna be tremendous.
Oh man.
It would go. Imagine it going down like this, right? All right. Let's say World War III starts. God forbid. nukes start flying. At that moment in time, the Galactic Federation of ETs is going to enter this situation. They're going to stop World War III, okay, and they're going to bring peace to humanity. And then they're going to introduce technologies to help mankind heal like cancer. They're going to give us free energy technology, all this kind of stuff. And they're going to bring the New Age religion into the next phase. They're going to show humanity, hey, here are the occult secrets of the universe. Here's how to upgrade your consciousness and unlock divine capabilities. I think at that point in time, the Antichrist would rise. He would have some sort of a special connection with these ETs, and then the one world government and the new world religion gets created. That's how I see it playing out.
Okay, that's a very fair assessment here. Hang on. There's a lot of voices. Small diversion. I wanted to point out the website that I believe is Praetorian, or I forget who mentioned earlier. It was the Open Society, and I posted the picture to the top of the Jumbotron there, if you guys can see it. This is on the front page as you click it. And it says, if you guys can't read it, it says, the Open Society Foundations work to build vibrant and inclusive democracies whose governments are accountable to their people. So I just found that really, really funny and very fitting. So
Nine. Chase, this is Donald Trump, and I've been speaking with the Galatian overlords, and they've told me to vote that you all must vote for Trump 2024. You cannot vote for Ron DeSantis.
Okay.
Vote for me.
I agree.
And, we will
No
have
lies detected.
interstellar community.
I agree. Hold on. Round of applause.
Last question for everyone. Okay. Have you ever heard of the Chilbolton message? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, I just
Let's keep this quick.
I will. I just posted 4 pictures on my page. Go check it out. Now I don't know if you guys believe the theory of crop circles. Now I don't know if you understand the science behind the crop circles, but you can't create these crop circles the way that humans claim that they make these crop circles, right?
Right.
They have left us a message in these crop circles, right? This message kind of blew my mind when I heard it a few years ago. If you don't believe me, go look into it. Go check it out. Check out my page.
I just shared it to the Jumbotron, but yeah,
Now,
go ahead.
Look up the Chilbolton crop circles. Anyways,
What's the message?
I think the message was there's good in the world. Believe. They said there's good out there. Sorry, they said there's good out there. Believe. They said that damn, what they say? It might be in the picture, but
I remember this actually. I'm looking at the tweet, and they effectively, what they did is I shared to the Jumbotron here. They effectively left like a code, a pictorial code of where they came from, a language, and what things are, and like DNA.
Yes.
It is ringing a bell now too. It is fascinating.
We sent a message into space. It was a radio message, and it included the message on the left in the photo is ours. On the right is theirs. You can see the little alien character, right? They sent that back to us 27 years later in a fucking crop circle, okay? This crop circle and what the message said leads me to believe that yes, there is a global phenomenon trying to bring us to a higher level galactically, right? But that's
this is the psyop, bro. This is how they get you.
I know, but like the crop circles, man, you can't do that. You can't do it, man.
Dutchman, I'm not denying that the crop circles are real. Like the crop circle, I fully believe that the crop circles are real. I fully believe that there's been over 100,000 people worldwide that have been abducted by quote unquote extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
I fully believe that like, dude, there's been UFO sightings all over the world. But what I don't believe is that these are beings from other galaxies. I believe that these are beings. Lion, your mic is going crazy. I believe that these are beings that are they are angelic in nature in the sense that they're. Lion, your mic is like going super crazy right now. They're angelic in nature in the sense that they are like fallen angel type beings that are posing as allies of humanity. Because here's the thing, bro. If they come and they're like scary looking dudes, or like they want to just like destroy humanity, everybody's going to be resistant to them. But if they come to us and they're like, hey, we have the secrets for you that will unlock your ability to ascend to the next level, well, at that point in time, you're going to take their secrets and you're going to embrace them with open arms. And this, Dutchman, this is the thing. There's nothing new under the sun, bro. When you study what happened with the fallen angels, this is every single different ancient civilization across the world. You know, I know you know about this. You've got in the Americas, you've got in India, you've got in Australia, in Africa, all over the world. We have the same myth of these beings coming down from the heavens. In almost all of the myths, they mate with human beings. They produce, you know, half ET, half fallen angel, half human hybrid beings, right? And this is like the Epic of Gilgamesh. This is the story of Zeus mating with a human woman to create Hercules. It's the same story all over the world. You have it in Genesis 6 with the fallen angels that come down and mate with human beings. When you read the book of Enoch, what you discover is the same thing that the Sumerians recorded, which is that these beings, these extraterrestrials, if you want to call them, I call them fallen angels, when they came down from the heavens and met with humanity, they brought technology with them. And this was advanced technology to help mankind accelerate their progress, right? It says in the book of Enoch that the fallen angels, otherwise known as the Watchers, they gave mankind advanced knowledge of metallurgy, herbology, and sorcery, astronomy, astrology, all of these advanced sciences and technologies. You read the Sumerians, they have the same thing, man. The Anunnaki gave the Sumerians all of the advanced technology necessary to create their civilization, and that will be the exact same thing that we see with these fallen angels. And it's going to be so compelling for people, man. They're going to see it in front of their faces and they're going to be like, dude, this is real. Like, these are benevolent human beings. And that's the psyop. Because if they can lead you away from knowing that Christ is Lord and that salvation is only found in God, it's not found through transhuman technology or magic brought to you by aliens. If they can lead you away from that, they will have successfully psyoped you. And the ultimate litmus test is whether or not these beings acknowledge that Christ is Lord, or if they acknowledge him as some sort of ascended avatar being. And they always say, oh, well, he's not coming back. He's not going to make his return. He was just a being who came here to show you light and love and how to love one another. It's always their message. And the scriptures tell us, brother, they tell us that even Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light, and his servants do the same thing. And that is who I believe these beings are. I would encourage you not to fall for the psyop, brother. That's my take.
Okay, that was actually really well said. I will say for some of us here who are not Christian, you know, you can entertain other ideas. That's not to disparage Chase, but this is not a full Christian space. I just have to say that out of fairness. Who knows, dude? Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of potential ideas. Like, maybe they are good. Maybe some of them are good. Like, why do the Hyperborean ones look like, you know, gigantic, handsome angels? But who knows? Maybe they are, you know, disguising using beautiful long locks of long blonde hair and, you know, handsome smiles. Who knows? I don't know. But let's see here. We had a couple hands up. I don't know who was next. I think he was Ryan or YDB. One of you.
Yeah, Ryan was next.
Was it? Okay. And then Taylor, I see you. Good to see you. It's been a while. Ryan, if you're there, go ahead, bro. If not, we'll pass along the mic here.
Yeah, I'm here. I was wanting to make a comment on the basically the representation. We were talking about representation, how we should run the government.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind jumping back to that.
Yeah. No
So I think the real question about all of this is just, you know, how many people there are above you and how many of them there are, right? So in a kingdom, there's one person that's ruling the whole country. Everybody's responsible to, you know, listen to what they have to say, right? And what the founding fathers set up, the system that they set up, they had about one representative per 20,000 people in the House of Representatives. And then what happened was in 1929, they capped that at 435 representatives. And since then, the number of people that each representative is representing is just skyrocketed. So today in Congress, one congressperson represents about 750,000 people. So I just think that's absolutely absurd. And what we really need to get back to as far as representation goes is more. Okay. So I think we need to get back closer to that 20,000 people number of representative, one person to 20,000 people. And that would require a lot more representatives. And I think that's just, that's what the Constitution originally prescribed was a lot more representation. So that's kind of just what I had to say about that.
I like that, dude. Thank you for bringing the numbers. It kind of puts it in perspective to how skewed it is even now.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is the UK. So they have 60 million people in their country. In their House of Commons, they have 650 representatives. So that's 150 more than we do, and they're a smaller country than we are. Like it's just nuts.
And it's important to keep in mind too, like the population of the United States when this country was founded was like just over 2 million people. Right? We're now at about 330 million people. Our country is like 160 times larger than it was when the country was founded, and like we're at the frickin' breaking point. Like this country wasn't designed. The Constitution and the Republic was not designed with insane information technologies in mind that the founders couldn't have even fathomed.
See, that's where I disagree. Actually, like
there's no way. Right? I'm sorry. There's no way they could have predicted like the internet and these things and all the information of people that moved here.
No, they didn't predict it, but they set up a system that can account for it. And so what happened was we had people come in and change the system. So in 1929, they changed the system.
Yeah,
if we had kept representatives at 20,000 per one representative for 20,000 people, we wouldn't be having these issues. We wouldn't have lobbyists. We wouldn't have big corporations in control of the country. We would have come up with solutions so there's no reason why there's only one District of Columbia. Why is there only one Washington, D.C.? Why don't we make other districts and keep our representatives more local? And then if the representatives more local, they're tied to what the people that they're representing actually care about.
I agree with that. Can you back up a second though and clarify what they did in 1929?
They passed a bill in the House that caps the number of representatives in the House at 435 members.
Right. So, and this is where I'm going to step up and hog the mic.
Burn it to the ground. But I think that trait is a white trait, a liberal elite white trait. Oh, not even white per se, a liberal elite trait. Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, they also have these traits. And there's some sort of like lemming DNA in white people where when they reach a certain amount of success, they just want to take
Yeah,
What's your
nigger
thoughts
song.
on that, Julian?
Go. Nigger song. There we go.
Niggers.
There we go. Jungle music.
Coon Tunes Live.
We need a full-on rip, bro.
But some of them, most of them lean for Trump. And yeah, I'm not there at all. I, I don't see what the infatuation is with him. I mean, he is the very reason why we're going through the shit that we're going
Not
through.
really, not really. He's just playing his part, Olive. I mean, do you really think Trump is the problem because of which we are in a situation we are in?
You know, the fact that I lost family members because I supported him, I will never forgive that whole thing. I mean, so I never took the vaccine, obviously, but my family members have, some of my family members. And, you know, I kind of did lose like literally lose some of my family because of this vaccine.
But
And I just will never forgive him for
do you
that.
think it's because of Trump? Let's say, can we invite more people in here, man? This is crazy. I don't feel like talking when I don't have many people because this is going nowhere. Just me and you.
Yeah, we can go to a different space,
But they're
Chico.
not
I
gonna
don't know
fucking
what
let me
to do.
talk. I just want more people in here. But it's like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Oh. Well, I don't know. I'll share the space. I usually do. But I have some more people. Did you hand out mics?
Yeah, they're not gonna talk. They're just a dumb fuck listeners.
Well, and you wonder why people don't want to talk to you sometimes.
I don't want people to talk to me. I want people to be a part of this fucking space. Like I just want them fill in over here, just like herds, like sheep. And I want to be the shepherd, taking them to the slaughterhouse. And then the sheep saying, I'm next, slaughter me next, next, next. That's what I want to do.
You want a bunch of people so you can kick them down.
Not really. I just want a lot of people to just listen to my bullshit.
Well, just be patient. You only opened it up. Let's see. 8 minutes ago. Give me a break.
I know.
For
Patience.
God's sake.
I'm gonna tell you, Olive, there are not a lot of people in here in this space. I started all this. I mean, I started these spaces, this group that we are a part of today. I mean, it was technically started with vaccine information that actually I was trying to, you know, transcend into as many people as I can. So in the process, I met all these people, and most of them are somehow spaces hosts. They are own the, but again, like nonsense spaces. Like they're talking about nonsense shit most of the times. But anyways, long story short, uh, so what I was trying to say is that somehow we have lost a little bit of the way, where we were going, because everybody started to feel like a celebrity. They started getting their confidence up, thinking like they're some sort of celebrity because so many people are listening to them and shit like that. So, the stories just started revolving around them. And look at some of these spaces. They're literally promoting snake oil salesmen without even realizing that they are doing it. I mean, right now there was a space going on where somebody was a co-host with a spaces host who was literally trying to sell a book. And the book that person is trying to sell is about her. All right. I literally believe that that person was a narcissist who was actually trying to promote the book. You know, that is the reason why everybody around her also became this narcissist, that she actually, you know, uh, now she's acting like a victim. what does a narcissist do? They always act like a victim, at the end of the day. That they are a victim of all these other narcissists around them, and they are somehow an empath, you know? Whereas they're failing to realize that they are the ones. Like, example, remember the space I had yesterday, day before yesterday? In the night time, that guy came up like early in the morning, Kurt or whatever his name was.
And telling you his whole life story, yeah.
Exactly. So he did realize that he could be, at the end of the day, he could be the problem as well, right? I mean, and he is somehow gravitating these people around him, which is a result of him, not these other people. Because he was literally talking about how he was dating this married woman, doing all these crazy nonsense shit, which, and it's just funny, I don't know.
It's bizarre, and I have been talking to people about that actually. I'm like, don't you think it's bizarre that people that don't even know Kumar will go up to the speaker area and tell him their whole life story. And it's not like Kumar is like this, gentle, loving guy that as soon as you get into his face, you want to, spill your guts with the guy. It just is so bizarre to me that people do it a lot too.
But at the end of the day, they do get something out of it, seems like. I mean, I can literally say whatever the fuck I want. And, uh, it's crazy.
Well, with most people, yes, but there's people that are like, oh hell no. But I think that when you guys open up a space, it's okay to have a small space. So you guys put yourself on this expectation that as soon as you open up a space, you need instant 10 people, like instantly, and it should grow to 100 pretty much immediately. And if that doesn't happen, then you've already failed and you feel embarrassed, and you guys are hard on yourself throughout the space then. I can see that through you and Reptile.
100% it happens. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, the reason why I was telling you that the how I started the spaces, right? So initially, when I started the spaces, I will open a space and immediately boom, 50, 60, 70 people in the space, like within a few minutes. I mean, Reptile joined the show later on. I mean, I was doing these spaces since December, and I found him in January. Uh, Started coming to my spaces, and that's how people knew him. And then he wanted to talk about reptilian agenda and reptilian theories and stuff like that. So he started doing his own spaces based on that. All right. So then he also got used to this audience, and he still gets it if he's opening it, during a time where there are a lot of Americans awake. So it does get filled, but at this time in the night, 3 a.m. in the morning or 2 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. in the morning, it is a little difficult to get some listeners, a lot of listeners in the space. But as it goes towards the morning, let's say 7 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Eastern, you will see people just popping in.
Okay, well, tell me a story because I'm kind of busy right now. I'm at work. Just give me like
Oh,
3
yeah, I'm
minutes.
telling you a story right now that the reason why we need people to actually feed us with their energy so that we can just keep on going on and on and on and on and on. That 7 hour space that other day before yesterday, was kind of crazy. I was talking most of the times, most of the time non-stop, non-fucking stop. So, and that was also because people did not leave, right? I mean, if people left, I would have fucking crashed the space too. Libra, bro, take the mic, man. Otherwise, I'll crash the space. What you doing, man, at this time?
Flat Earth group. Look, I have a spare phone, so.
Is there a space going on?
Yes, since about 6. Same one, Flat Earth Fridays.
How many people are in that space?
In
took over-
Ramallah in
Wait. Hold on.
Why?
Caleb,
Why?
Caleb,
Why
you
does
work
it
for
always
TP
turn
USA.
into Israel?
Hold on.
You're not allowed to do that.
Because they do dope shit sometimes. And
We
this
get
was-
it. They
You guys are
broadcasted
so
it in
obsessed
Ramallah
with
in the
Israel.
early
It's
2000s
so
and blah blah
lame.
blah.
No,
I
hey,
was
hey,
not
if,
even
hey,
here. What the hell?
if the U.S. did that,
The U.S. has done a
I would
lot
cite
worse.
you.
The U.S. has done so much worse. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Hey,
but
they said it was.
This
Listen, they said the porn broadcast was an accident, just like the USS Liberty is an accident. It's a country of accidents. Just let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, Jonathan Pollard wrote
Don't
that.
ask questions.
But the King David Hotel, that was on purpose.
Yeah, that one was on purpose. They called ahead.
No, to be fair, I don't like Palestinians either. I mean, let's be honest. The Palestinians have been kicked out of every country. The Egyptians didn't want them. The Lebanese didn't want them. The Jordanians didn't want them. Nobody wants them. And like I initially felt sorry for them, but like when Yasser Arafat dies with like $500 million in his private bank accounts, when his people are starving, I don't really give a shit about the Palestinians, really.
I love everybody.
I don't like Idaho teachers that have gay pride
What does that have
flags
to
in
do
their
with Israel or
classrooms.
Palestinians?
Well,
everything.
No, hey, whoa! I was trying to change the
Well,
subject.
really, it has to do with
CCP.
Come on, this is how spaces go late at night. Things don't need to make sense.
Yeah, he was trying to pivot. Let the
Pivot.
man pivot. Yeah, just give us a minute. We'll tell you.
Yeah, pivot failed.
So what about them teachers with gays in their classroom?
Well, no, the teachers themselves are gay. Like, we just found out today that the art teacher at Kellogg High School is gay married to the lesbian sheriff that was appointed by the Democrat Party in a overwhelmingly Republican
But
area.
why does
why are you surprised that a
are they
woman who
pushing like gay stuff on the kids, or like they just exist being
Yep.
gay?
No,
Nope.
they're pushing it, but then they're also telling kids who say guys are guys and girls are girls, and there's no in between. They're telling them you can't walk in graduation because you accurately acknowledged
Well, see,
reality.
that's probably
That's
what you
going
should
on.
lead with instead of. Did you guys know?
That's
The
literally the
teacher-
lead.
No,
That's
the lead
literally
was
the lead.
they're lesbians.
You know, I always get accused of burying the lead. The problem is that I'm a bigot. And
Stories up top, people.
You know, like he's a bigot, he's a racist, he's anti-Semitic, he's terrible. And so I'm like, okay, how do I soften this up and make it like less like that? And then I wind up just like making a milquetoast headline that like nobody
Well,
bothers
I
to
would
click
just
on.
recommend not leading with guess what these lesbians did.
Unless Rachel Maddow was one of them.
Did you guys
Look,
know
if-
today's
if
National
I
unless
saw
you have video
Day?
evidence of what they did, then you can lead with it.
9 times out of 10, if I saw a headline that said "Guess what these lesbians did," I'm clicking that one. I'll be frank.
This is late stage
I'm going to start
civilization.
A/B testing that shit on
Come on.
Whoa.
No, that sounds interesting to me. I'm like, all right, what are the
This-
lesbians doing now?
Kaylin's like, I'm gonna get a workout today.
Guess what
No,
these
no.
Shoshone County lesbians did together? They ruined your child. LOL. Veto the levy.
And let me tell you,
Veto the lesbians.
I mean, to be honest with you, most of the lesbians that are left, aren't they the turf people? I mean, they tend to, they're the ones who are the angriest at everybody.
Like
I
what?
mean, some
Camille
of them tend to be pretty
Paglia?
based.
Yeah, they don't fit in.
They're pretty
They
militant. You got
fit
to
in
use
spite of it.
you got to use what you have, right? You got to use what you have.
Hey, have you guys
Idaho
heard the
liberals
term?
aren't that smart.
Have you ever heard the term lesbianage?
Yeah, I made that up. I made that up, actually. I made it up.
Oh, you did.
Es gibt keinen besseren Ort als die Natur, um gemeinsame Momente zu erleben. Centerparks. Natürlich zusammen.
Mama, ich hab den Job. Sie hat den Job. Sie hat den Job. Sie hat den Job.
Finde auch du deinen Ich hab den Job auf Stepstone.
Hi, everyone. Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Today is Friday, June 2nd, 2023. It's a few minutes after 1 o'clock in the afternoon here on the East Coast of the United States. Here is the segment you all have been waiting for, and many of you have been asking for, while our dear friend Scott Ritter has been traveling in Russia, where he has lots to discuss with us. Scott, what a pleasure. Welcome home. Welcome back to your other home, Judging Freedom, if I can be so bold.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for welcoming me in this fashion. Yeah.
Sure. A lot of things have happened since last we spoke. The most recent seems relatively harmless, but I'm sure there's a story behind it, and that is the explosion of drones in a residential neighborhood not far from Russian President Putin's official residence. My inquiry of your thoughts are, did this come from inside Russia? Did this come from Ukraine? If it came from Ukraine, did American intel know about it? If American intel knew about it, did the U.S. consent to it? Did the United States government consent to a serious or threatening attack on the home of the Russian president?
My belief is that the U.S. government did not consent to this attack. The British government may have, however. The British are far more nefarious in terms of the scope and scale of their support to the Ukrainian intelligence services. It's widely believed, with good reason, that the British intelligence was behind the terrorist attack on the Kerch Bridge, the bomb that collapsed a span, that they were behind, various attacks on Russian shipping, and that they have played a role in facilitating Ukrainian drone attacks against Russian targets, including targets in Moscow. If you remember, on May 3rd, there was a drone attack that actually hit the Kremlin dome.
Right.
On May 9th, most Americans don't know this, but I do because I was in Moscow on May 9th. There was a dozen Ukrainian drone attacks against Moscow on that date, all of which were shot down, but the Ukrainians were making a concerted effort to target Moscow, to create panic amongst the Russian population. And this current round of attacks appears to be doing just that. Are they trying to hit Putin's residence? I mean, that's like saying that the Iraqis were trying to hit the Israeli prime minister's house when they fired a Scud missile during the Gulf War. These things are so inaccurate that they're lucky to hit Moscow. I don't think if they hit Putin's residence, I think they would have said, "Wow, what a lucky shot." But I think the purpose of this isn't to assassinate a Russian president, but rather to sow fear and terror amongst the Russian population. And I think the British are behind it.
Does this stuff succeed in sowing fear and terror amongst the Russian population, or is life normal in Russia today? You just spent about a month in Russia. You know more about the normality or absence of it of life in Russia probably than anyone in the United States today. What's your take on it?
My take is that Russia as a nation has come to grips with the reality that they are in an existential conflict between themselves and the collective West. This is a conflict that goes beyond Ukraine, and it deals with Russian survival as a nation. The Russian people are fundamentally united behind the government of Vladimir Putin, not because they all support him. That's not necessarily the case, but they love Russia and they're fighting for Russia, and Putin is their leader right now. He has an unprecedented level of support for this conflict, 85% plus. And these drone attacks aren't going to do anything. This is a people who just celebrated Victory Day on May 9th, a day when 27 million of their grandparents are looking down on them. This is something they firmly believe. This isn't Russian propaganda. I know in America we're going, this is a Putin propaganda exercise, a military parade, da da da. It's real. It's real. It resonates. These people understand where they came from. They understand who's holding them to account, and that's their relatives. And they're not going to let a couple of drones fired by Ukraine, change their opinion. The Russian people are united fundamentally in support of this conflict.
How is you traveled all over the country? How is the Russian economy today? Our friends, Alistair Crook, Larry Johnson, Ray McGovern, are of the view that the Biden instigated European followed sanctions have failed dismally. In fact, they've had the opposite effect. They've allowed Russia, you tell me if you agree, to demonstrate that it can have a prosperous economy. To hell with the West.
Yeah, let's be blunt here. The Russian economy is stronger today than it has ever been.
Wow.
I'll just say that one more time. The Russian economy today is stronger today now than it has ever been. That means it's stronger than it was pre-sanctions. Why? Because they have fundamentally divorced themselves from the West. The West was an anchor that was dragging down on the Russian economy, encouraging the flow of capital outside of Russia, discouraging investments in Russia. So basically, this nation with a tremendous amount of mineral resources and wealth was losing its wealth to the West. Because of sanctions now, this wealth still exists. Two things. One, there's a big world out there besides the United States and Europe. It's called China, India, Pakistan, Iran, everybody else, and they're all doing business in Russia today. The Chinese are in there big time. They're investing billions of dollars. But more importantly, from a Russian perspective, all this money that was fleeing during sanctions is in Russia now being reinvested in it. I met with city planners who have said, we don't know how to spend all the money. We don't know how to spend all the money. There is construction taking place everywhere in Russia. New building construction, infrastructure. Joe Biden's big infrastructure plan, I'm going to build America, make it better again. It's alive and it's well and it's living inside Russia today. And here's the irony. The Russians actually joke about this. Thank you, Joe Biden. And they mean it. Thank you. Because of you, we have all this. They give you how Biden blames Putin. This is Putin's tax. Putin's this, Putin's that. The Russians are like, thanks, Joe, because they know because of these policies, their economy is stronger now than it's ever been.
This is a remarkable insight. And as you walked around Moscow or small towns, and I know you were all over Russia, which of course is enormous in size, were you able to visit shops, purchase what you want, use an ATM machine, buy gasoline for the car, go to a restaurant, go to McDonald's, whatever you wanted to do?
The one thing I wasn't able to do was use a Western credit card because, of course, Russia's been cut off from that. But, Russia is, by and large, a digital monetized economy. Cash is not king in Russia. Many businesses discourage the use of cash. They are running around with credit cards, their own internal Russian credit cards, the Mirror Car and equivalents of that. And they can do everything. They pay everything for this. They got rental cars on the side of the road. They call it car sharing. You can be walking and get a phone call that says, hey, mom wants you over for dinner right now. But you're like, oh, how do I get there? I'm in the middle of nowhere. You walk up to one of these share cars, and with your phone, you open it up, you go in, you pay for it, and you can drive it straight to your mom's house, park it, and you're done. This is everywhere in Russia. They have
Well,
little
I never heard
scooters
of
you
this.
can rent.
We have it in New York City with bicycles, but not with
No,
cars.
with cars.
This is a remarkable picture that you're able to paint firsthand, Scott. And
And
I
they
know
have
how
everything.
much
I just want to let you know they have everything. There's not an empty shelf in the shop. No matter where I went in Russia, and believe me, I was in the big cities and I was in the not so big cities. I was in the middle of nowhere. No matter where I went, they had it all, literally everything.
What is your view of the state of the military conflagration now that Bakhmut has fallen?
Well, nothing's changed in terms of my assessment. I believe that Russia has accrued all of the advantages. I believe there's a lot of heavy fighting left, that there's some fight left in the Ukrainian military, but they can't win. All of the things we talked about prior to my trip, the shortage of artillery ammunition, the inadequacy of air defense is coming out to play as we speak. The Ukrainian military is incapable of launching a sustained, successful military offensive, and they're incapable right now because of the supremacy of Russia's military arms. These glide bombs they have, the missiles that can hit anywhere with impunity, of gathering the forces necessary to resist Russia. This is Russian advantage. I still believe that Russia will be in a position to terminate this conflict come the end of summer, early fall.
Is General Zaluzhny, either the present or the former commander of Ukrainian military, dead or incapacitated?
We don't know. My guess is that he is not dead, but that he has been severely injured because of a Russian strike against a Ukrainian command post in the vicinity of Kherson. I believe also that many senior Ukrainian intelligence officers who were closely coordinating with Great Britain, the United States, and NATO are likewise dead because of a strike by Russia against these decision-making centers. It's basically retaliation for the lunacy of Ukraine sending these drones against Moscow.
Have you any intel or rational conclusion on your own of whether NATO officers, perhaps Americans among them, were injured or killed recently in a Russian attack on a bunker outside Kyiv, after which planes were seen flying to Wiesbaden, Germany, where the U.S. has a major medical center?
I've seen those reports, and I believe that there have been some casualties, if not fatal, at least in terms of serious wounds amongst NATO personnel. Whether these are American personnel, I don't know. But we know that, and we've talked about this before, that there are American boots on the ground, people who are advising from a logistics standpoint, from an intelligence standpoint, an operational planning standpoint. And if they were in a bunker doing that work with the Ukrainian counterparts, and that bunker was struck, there's a good chance there were casualties.
Let's go back to your finger on the pulse of the Russian people. Are you able to draw from that an opinion of what they think of American hatred for President Putin and all things Russian?
The Russian people, to be honest, are at least the ones I talk to, and I talk to many. It's a big nation, 150 plus million. So, I was able to interact with several hundred, maybe a few thousand. So draw your conclusions as you see fit. But they were from a wide spectrum of Russian society: rich, middle class, poor, vehemently pro-Putin supporters, people who weren't so pro-Putin supporters, and there's a lot of them. Not anti-Russian, they're pro-Russian, but as they say, we have questions. We have a lot of questions. But one of the biggest questions they have is, what is the source of the American angst, of the American anger? They don't understand it. They would understand if they had done something to offend America, if they had done, but the only thing that they can come up with that they've done that offends America is survive. And from a Russian perspective, they're not willing to sacrifice their survival to appease America. Russia's not trying to defeat us, and I hope everybody understands that. It is not a central objective of Russia to defeat either the United States or NATO. They just want to survive. And a key element of their survival is to ensure that Ukraine does not become part of NATO and does not become a full-time cancer that sucks away Russian national vitality. Russia is going to win this war. It's of existential importance to them.
Here is a tape of one of the cheerleaders for Russian hatred, Secretary of State Blinken. I'll be anxious to hear your thoughts on it. This is just about 24 hours old.
As I've made clear by virtually every measure, President Putin's invasion of Ukraine has been a strategic failure. Yet, while Putin has failed to achieve his aims, he hasn't given up on them. He's convinced that he can simply outlast Ukraine and its supporters, sending more and more Russians to their deaths, inflicting more and more suffering on Ukraine's civilians. He thinks that even if he loses the short game, he can still win the long game. Putin is wrong about this too. The United States, together with our allies and partners, is firmly committed to supporting Ukraine's defense today, tomorrow, for as long as it takes.
To what end, Tony?
I'm always amazed when people of Secretary Blinken's stature and alleged intelligence make statements such as Putin believes, Putin thinks, Putin. Really, Tony? You know this? I mean, because did Putin get on the phone call and say, hey, Tony, I believe this, I think this? Because I'm somebody who follows Putin and I follow his statements, I follow what he says, what he writes.
So, Dutchman, what happened when you saw those crafts?
I'm gonna hijack your space for UFO talk, huh?
We'll do it for a bit.
Yeah, no problem, man. So, I'm from an area that's located near a large body of water. This large body of water had lights seen over it fairly often. The National Guard claims it's not them. At least this has happened at least twice, but what I had seen was it was around 9 p.m. I just graduated. It was 2016. It was around August. So it was late summer. I walked outside, or well, no, somebody had called to me. My mother at the time, she was like, "Hey, look at this! Look what I'm seeing." She's a religious woman, more than me at the time.
What's your little
What's this?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a musician. What do you mean? That's what this
Goodbye.
is. Good. No, fuck you.
Okay.
Oh, hey, sorry. No, sorry. No. Hey. No, I'm sorry. It was a person in front of you. They were being really rude to me, so I had to fight back.
No faster than 5 knots. Okay.
Fuck them.
It was about.
What's up? How you doing?
To 10.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Who's singing?
My friend.
Tell her to stop. She's not that good.
You again.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's poppin'? Are you sure you're not prejudiced?
Prejudice against who?
Any race.
No, I love everybody.
You love everyone?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Except for like Jews.
Like you say you don't like Jews?
Yeah. I'm not gonna I got a bit of a grudge.
Wait. Jews? Why Jews?
Because they killed Jesus Christ.
Jews killed Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Okay. It says that in the Bible?
Yep.
Yes, I have the virtual on. Gee, output type Logitech start virtual Logitech. Why you're breaking my balls?